do you envisage the next 1 to 2 years looking like in terms of UK-EU relations?
Bolshy and bad-tempered, I suppose I would say. Bolshy and bad-tempered for three reasons, I suppose. One, because it's a complicated relationship that we're in the process of making harder. So Brexit is about making trade harder, and there's going to be all sorts of disputes over that and arguments over how the deal should be implemented, and some genuinely difficult issues to be resolved, like how the hell do you make Northern Ireland work with the Northern Ireland Protocol? Secondly, because I think it's in the interest of Boris Johnson and the Conservative Party to keep a low-level feud going with the European Union, because Boris Johnson got elected by what was essentially a coalition of Leave voters in December 2019. And one way to keep that coalition happy and to keep it together is to keep saying, look, the European Union are being unreasonable. So, for instance, at the moment, we're embroiled in several spats with the European Union. We're embroiled in one over the status of the EU's ambassador in London. Dominic Raab has said, the EU is not a state. You're not having full diplomatic recognition as if you came from a state. And so that's causing all sorts of problems in our relations with the EU. And the final reason, I think, is on the EU side, we are now a competitor. They will treat us as a competitor. They won't do us any favors. And if you think about domestic politics in countries like France and Italy, those countries where incumbents face electoral threats from populists, and President Macron has an election next year in which he will find himself pitted, at least in the first round, against Marine Le Pen. What President Macron would love to be able to do is to point to the UK and say to National Front voters, you see, that's what populism gets you. He would like to see Brexit become rather difficult for us. So there are political reasons too why I think the European Union is not going to go out of its way to help us. So my suspicion is relations will remain pretty bad-tempered in the short to medium term.